Hello. This is a story called The Ox and the Mule. And I came across this story in a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Once there was a barn, and in this barn were many stalls. And in one of the stalls was an ox, and in another stall was a mule. And one day the ox said unto the mule, he said, "Mule, you've got it made. All you have to do is pull the carriage that the master rides. And if the master doesn't go anywhere, you don't have to do anything. You just sit in the barn in your stall and eat oats all day. You've got it made, mule. But look at me. I have to pull the plow. And every day, no matter what, no matter how hot the sun beams down on my head, I have to get out there and pull that plow." And the mule said unto the ox, he said, "Ox, you need yourself a day off. Tomorrow, when the master's servant comes to hook you to the plow, you must bellow and moan and groan and lay on the ground and pretend that you are sick, and he will not harm you because you are a good ox, and he will let you have the day off." And what the mule said pleased the ox, and he said, "I am going to do what you have said." So the next day, the servant comes to hook the ox to the plow, and he bellows and he moans and he lays on the ground and pretends to be sick. So the servant goes to the master, and he says, "Master, what shall I do? I went to hook the plow to the ox, and the ox bellowed and moaned and laid on the ground, and he surely is sick." And the master said unto the servant, "You shall give the ox a day off, because he is a good ox, but the field still needs to be plowed. So you shall go back to the barn, and you shall hook the plow to the mule, and you shall make the mule plow the field. And if tomorrow the ox is still sick, we shall kill the ox and feed our children and have a great celebration." And he said, "I shall do as you have commanded, master." So he goes back to the barn, and he hooks the plow to the mule, and the mule plows the field all day long in the sun, in the beaming heat. And at the end of the day, the servant takes the mule back to the barn and unhooks him. And the ox says to the mule, says, "What a great friend I have. You have helped me out tremendously. It felt so good to finally have a day off and enjoy a day of rest. And the mule said to the ox, said, "You are a lazy, good-for-nothing ox, and you better get out there and plow that field tomorrow, because if you don't, the master is going to slaughter you and feed you to his children." Now, the moral of the story is this: if you are too friendly and too kind to your co-workers, their burdens become your burdens. Have a nice day. That's a story with a moral. Have a good day.